Welcome back to my basement. My last haul we did right on the other side of this bookcase in the basement garage. So now we're on the other side of the wall and just wanted to show you some really fun things that I found at Dollar Tree in the last couple of days that I've been out and about working. I've been everywhere from the mountain area to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I found some pretty cool things. So I got my trusty Dollar Tree pail. I'm going to put it right down here. And we're all fancy here. I've got everything on my ironing board because my laundry room sits right over here. So I said, what a perfect table. I'll use my ironing board. There we go. A couple of things this week. I had a full working week. I met with my manager yesterday and we talked about my retirement. Even though I'm retiring September the 1st, he just wanted to get some ideas of what I wanted to do the next 3 months. He's so nice and he's just so good about, my feelings. And this is a little hard. He asked me, did I want a retirement party? And I said, no. Would I like a small gathering with my teammates? And I said, no. He said, well, can I take you to lunch? And I said, no. I said, I don't even want a balloon. I don't want anything because it's going to make me cry. I said, so I love and appreciate you offering, but if I can just go quietly, I may change my mind. But right now, I'm emotionally, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I don't know how people have big retirement farewell go-aways. I don't know how they do it. I don't want to. So with that, let's get started. Friends, cheese balls. My husband, my 3 dogs, and me, we all love those. My husband picked up some Russell Stouffer sugar-free coconut, and he picked up like 3 or 4 packs of these. This is a repeat buy. This is the sugar wafer strawberry. So we bought it, who's this by? Columbina. So we bought it in vanilla, and this is our second strawberry. So there are 20 packs, and there are 3 wafers per pack. These are really good. These are really good. And for $1.25, that's a pretty good package. I have bought some straws. These are the super long straws. And these are, I think maybe $3 or $4 at the grocery store. So that's a good buy. He picked up Chocolate Lovers Twinkies. That looks like a good midnight snack. He got the salted nut roll. You all know he gets this every time he goes to the Dollar Tree. And then he picked up some Fruity Pebbles king size. And that's really good. Okay, so that's what he picked up when he was out and about at Dollar Tree. So here's some things that I found. This is another repeat buy. This is the Serve Neon Glow Tumblers. So there are 4 plastic tumblers. And they have 4 glow rings. So they attach to the top of the tumbler. And there are different colors. So I thought this would be fun. I bought this set last summer for $1.25. And so I bought it again just if we have like an evening get together. I thought that would be fun. Fun little thing for $1.25. So I got that. And so this is what I got from the Charlotte Dollar Tree. I woof you. I do. I woof you. Only one they had, and I grabbed it. Like I need anything else to sit around. This little fella right here. So I used to, for 20-something years, had Boston Terriers. I even did Boston Terrier rescue for many years. And being a lover of Boston Terriers, I was also a lover of Boston Terrier collectibles. And 3/4 of my collection I've sold or is, given it away. But there are a few pieces, because I have Frenchies and Labs now, I don't have Bostons. But there are a few pieces I just will not part with. And this fella right here is about 70 years old. And there are probably less than 20 of them left that are not cracked, broken, or just completely destroyed. I thought about selling him once, but to ship him and for it to be received broken would crush my heart. So I'm just going to keep him. I love him, and I'm just going to keep him. So that's what you see back there. You see a lot of white. I love white pottery, white ceramics, and of course dog pictures. So anyway, I picked up, and I'm looking for the little paper. I would not advise getting this. This is a 1-pack of boys tank top. It's in this packaging. It's a ribbed tank. Now I got it in the large. This is the sizing right here. And it says it's premium comfort. So this is the large. This is what it looks like. It's thin as paper. Like you could probably see my knickknacks behind it. So doesn't have a smell, but it's pretty paper thin. So I'll be honest with you, I'm probably gonna throw it away. I could give it to my grandson, but I don't know how much dye is in this little thing, and I don't want it to break him out. So this right here, if you see this Victory League ribbed tanks, I'd pass on that. I'm gonna throw that away. The next thing that I picked up were these silver plastic server set, and it's a large fork and a large spoon, and I picked up 2 sets because I realized that I have silverware, plates, sea turtle, napkins, plates, plastic utensils, but I don't have any serving forks and spoons, so I picked those up, and they are sturdy. I mean, they're sturdy. So I got 2 of those. The next thing I picked up were these, and it's a set of 2. They're taco stands. And I know we've all seen them before. They had red, blue, but I got the yellow because tacos are yellow. So I got yellow. And we're going to do tacos one night because I can't wait to use these. I've never used a taco stand. This will be my first time. The next thing that I picked up, I saw these early on, and I didn't pick them up, and then they got gone. And I just happened to see them again, and I picked them up. The glass picture frames for $1.25. This is a super, super deal. Now, it has to be horizontal. It can't be vertical. Here's my, get out of the light. Here's my Wally. He's watching a dog movie with Boston Terriers in it. He said, yep, that's what Mommy used to love. She used to love the Boston Terriers, but she loved me now more. Y'all go away. She's all mine now. That's what Wally's saying. So I picked up 3 of these. They're heavy duty, nice glass picture frames. Many years ago, my company, for like your 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, every 5 years you got like a service award plaque. And one year they put them in something like this, a little plaque in something like this. So really, really nice. I'm glad I found them. I think my husband's going to take one and put it on his desk at work of his grandson. So I got that. I did a repurchase of the dragon fruit scented candle. This is the best smelling candle for $5 that I have ever smelled. Actually, it's the best smelling candle for $25. I put this up against Bath & Body Works any day of the week. Now, I did haul a couple hauls back the vanilla. Was it vanilla caramel or the toasted vanilla? Actually, because it was $5, I took it back, got my money back. If it had been $1.25, I'd just thrown it away. But it had no smell. You really couldn't smell anything. So I went and I got my money back and I bought this one instead. So hopefully this is one that's going to be around. It's not a here today, gone tomorrow candle, because this candle smells wonderful. The next thing that I picked up was this Brazilian soul. And what does it look like? It looks like the Bum Bum cream. Now, I have a large Bum Bum cream, but I can't find it. So I pulled out my little travel Bum Bum cream just to do a comparison, because for $1.25, the consistency of this Brazilian soul is exact as the Bum Bum cream, which is 25, 30 times more expensive. So, 2 things that are different. I'm going to open them up. If you see this Brazilian soul body cream or body butter, get it. It is everything that the Brazilian Bum Bum body cream is. Okay, so the Brazilian sole is white, and the bum bum is yellow. Do y'all care about it being a different color? I don't. Just a different color. The bum bum has a very strong tropical smell, and I think that's one of the things that is such a draw to the Bum Bum cream, is that it has a very strong tropical, on the beach smell. The Brazilian sole has a very, very faint smell. It does have the same Bum Bum cream smell, but it is very, very, very faint. The consistency of the Brazilian sole versus the consistency of the Bum Bum, there's no difference. So here's the Bum Bum, and here's the Brazilian sole. And I'm going to show you, because they both, I'm going to do it side by side. There's the Bum Bum, there's the Brazilian sole. And I'm telling you, you can't tell the difference. You couldn't tell which is which. So they go on wet, you know, not goopy, but just wet, and they blend right in. So the only two things that are different about this Brazilian sole body butter versus the Bum Bum body butter is that one is white, one is a more yellow. This is more strong smelling, tropical. This was very, very light smelling. So I say, if you see this Brazilian sole and you love Bum Bum, grab it. I've only seen it in one Dollar Tree, and I've been to about 5 in the past 5 days. So if you see it, grab it. It is definitely, I think it's the same thing, other than it being a different color, not as much smell. It is truly, it is a dupe, hands down. Okay, the next thing that I picked up was this LED portable work light, and it was $1.25. It takes 3 AA batteries, and it looks like this. That is the most adorable little work light. Now, your batteries go in the back, 3 AA's. It's not childproof. You just, thank goodness, because those childproof, the little tiny screw you have to, my fingers just don't work that way. But you've got a little button up here at the top, so you can use the light. It says that the side light is 60 lumens. That's bright. And the front light is 100 lumens. And I'm not going to blind you. Now, you can't do them both together. My husband said this is more of the work light, and this one at top is more of a spotlight. And I am telling you, look at that. And I've got the light. Let me turn the lights off. Let's do a real experiment. Look at that. That's a lot of light. Look at that. That is crazy for $1.25 light. So, if you're in need of a work light, flashlight, and it's so dang cute. So there's the box again. There you go. So, little funny story. You know, I live in a 50-year-old house, and one day I was talking to a coworker, and I was on camera, and we were talking back and forth, and she said, have you had any experiences in this house, in your house? And I said, I don't, you know, what are you talking about? What are you asking? And she scared me to death. She said, I don't want to scare you, but I see a figure standing behind you. So when I turn the lights out here in the basement, it gives me a little bit of anxiety. You know, I don't know. My husband said, no, but I believe her. I believe her. You never know what's out here in this universe. So anyway, back to the light. This is a cute and great little light. And you just saw how bright it is. Okay, let's get to our saying, and then we're going to talk about who won this groovy eyeshadow palette. Okay, our sayings for today. So here's our box. And again, I found this little box of sayings with my gift wrap. And it says, pass it on, feel good, pass it on. And I can't for the life of me remember where I got this. Okay, so here's our card for today. And it reads, all right, ICBS, come through for me if I don't understand. It says, parade through each day, convinced that every task brings you closer to fulfilling your dreams. OG handing. Parade through each day, convinced that every task brings you closer to fulfilling your dreams. If I'm parading through each day, convinced that every task like doing laundry and cleaning the house brings me closer to fulfilling my dreams, maybe I should stop doing laundry, cleaning toilets, and doing housework, because that is not fulfilling my dreams. Okay, so that was our little saying for today. I'm not so sure about that. All right, so the Love and Peace and Groovy Shades palette, going to Miss Carrie Smith. She says she's not afraid of those colors. She is not afraid of these colors. So Carrie Smith, I'm going to put my email address below. Send me an email and let me know that you saw this. And we'll talk about how to get this palette to you as quickly as possible. So what I'd like to do is, for anybody who comments below, in my next video, I'm going to give another palette away because I have a few. So I'm going to give another one away. So just comment below, and we'll do what we do. We'll put the names in a bowl. My husband will pick one out. And it was so funny because she's like, I'd love to have that palette. And so when he picked her name out, I was like, it was meant to be, because she said, I would love to get that palette. So Miss Carrie Smith, here you go. With that, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have fun. Do something good. Do something that you deserve to reward yourself with for a long, hard week. I know I am. I'm going to do something. I don't know what it is, but I'll do something. Be good to yourself. If you're not good to yourself, how can you be good to anybody else? Y'all let me know if you saw anybody who's standing behind me. Bye.